Hello, 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 dreamers. Perla here, as always. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. And if you haven't done so, go ahead and do so. We would love to have you. So, this is going to be on the CUSP weekly reading. So, this is for all of our lovely CUSP signs. The video will be timestamped. So, let's jump right on in. We have Aries, Taurus, CUSP. You're gonna have to stand your ground and you're gonna have to use your voice. You're gonna have to stand up for yourself. Whatever boundaries it is that you have set, whether it is at work or in your personal life, now is the time to implement them. There is a space here that you have become accustomed in the last couple of months or whatever it was to giving people way too many passes and being very passive when it comes to people that are meddling in the things that they shouldn't. So if you're having families or friends or whatever it is, meddling like in your personal life or when it comes to what it is that you do for work or etc. or how you want to execute something, you really need to stop that. The reason why this is really coming up is because there was at some point in your journey, your spiritual journey, there was a misunderstanding that you needed to be passive and that you needed to just let go of everything. And even though letting go is a very huge part of your journey, there also has to be discernment that you need to learn to stand in your own autonomy. You need to learn to stand for yourself, right? Going through this journey is not about allowing people to dictate what is going to go on in your life or to take advantage of you. The whole reason why you went into this journey, your spiritual journey, was to get rid of that energy, was to finally stand in who it is that you are. There is a sense here where your voice needs to be heard. And what I mean by that is that when you speak, there's an authority that comes with your voice, and you have to lean into that authority. And if people feel something, and I know that this is going to rub certain people a certain way, and maybe this reading is not for them, but whoever it is that is getting upset or is getting intimidated by the authority in your voice, in your presence, then they can go ahead and remove themselves out of the equation. Because there is definitely this sense here where at least, and I'm picking this up to be honest with you, this looks like a series of like 3 to 4 months where you have either been very deep into like some type of like spiritual healing or some type of spiritual work, and unfortunately there was an imbalance here with you sticking to your own boundaries. You understand what I mean? And that needs to be addressed and that needs to be rectified at this moment. You cannot continue to allow the scales to be so unbalanced. Remember, the goal here is not to be nice, it is to be kind. And there's a huge difference. You can go ahead and look at the difference between the two words. A lot of you have been nice your entire life. We need to switch that over to being kind and not being nice. Okay? There isn't this internal, excuse me, urgency coming from you like, hey, love, this is it. Like, we're done taking this behavior. And the more that you continue to allow these people to speak over your life, the less control you're going to feel that you have over your narrative, the less control you're going to feel that you have over your outcome or over your reality. For a lot of you, this issue that you're having with manifestation is coming through allowing somebody else to dictate what goes on in your life, allowing somebody else to make the decisions for you. Listening to other people's advice or listening to other people's opinion, and we're going to use that word very lightly, is something that you're going to have to learn how to do with discernment. Just because something is true for somebody doesn't mean that it's necessarily true for you. Remember, when people are speaking to you, when they're giving you advice from their understanding, from their experiences, that is where it's coming from. That is the limitation of where this advice, this opinion is coming from. It is not a factual thing. And for a lot of you, you have taken things or like people's advices or people's opinion in regards to your life as if it was the law. And that needs to stop. I don't care where this advice is coming from. If this is coming, for some of you, this is somebody that you really love dearly. This can be a parent or this can be a significant other. Um, but regardless of the case of as to where it is that this advice or opinion is coming from, you have to at the end of the day make the choice whether it is that you follow it or not, or if it is truly in alignment with who it is that you are. There is a sense here of being there is some fear here about like losing a lot of people or disconnecting with a lot of people when you're going through your spiritual journey. There comes a point where the dynamics of relationships shift and they change, and you have to be open enough to allow that to happen. Remember, certain people just come into our life for a season and certain people come into our life for a lifetime. But even those that are in our life for a lifetime, their role in our life can change as well. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and let's pull out an oracle card as your closing message. For those of you that are questioning, like, oh, well, what about love? Well, apply this to love. You've let somebody that you are in a romantic relationship dictate how it is that things are unfolding. You may be with somebody that either doesn't believe or is not walking the same journey that you are when it comes to spirituality. And whenever you go to this person to talk to them about like what you're trying to manifest or what it is that you're doing, they kind of shut down what it is that you're doing. So we have the great gathering. It is all coming together, intuitive hits and soul tribe. So whatever it is that you're being asked to, again, with these boundaries that you're setting, with cutting people off, with standing your ground, it is about allowing you to find your soul tribe. It is about allowing you to come together with those individuals that are here to help, that are here, that are in alignment with what it is that you are going to be doing or what it is that you are doing. And you have to stop resisting this. Okay. Okay, love. Taurus, Gemini, I keep on hearing I'd rather eat alone. That's all you keep saying. No, I'd rather eat alone. Um, there are definitely a lot of bridges that you are burning. I'm going to be completely honest with you. You're cutting people out left and right. You are you're creating some type of foundation from scratch. Okay. Sorry guys. I needed to see clearly what this was. For some of you, this is coming after the ending of some type of relationship, whether this is romantic or platonic. There was a relationship that was in your life for an extended period of time, and you're finally realizing, and bear with me, that this person was never really had your back. This person was secretly competing with you, whether this was again a friend or an like a current partner, whatever it is. This is definitely a relationship or a connection that is coming to an end. You have asked for okay, so I'm going to say something that I said to a client recently. You have asked spirit over and over and over again to show you this person's true colors, and spirit has shown you every single fucking color of the rainbow, and you have yet still to walk away. And during this time, you're finally seeing how throughout the years, spirit has continuously allowed this person to unmask themselves in front of you. But you were attached to the, oh, we've been together for years, or we've been friends for this many years, or there was an attachment here to time, the time span, the time period that you guys have known each other, etc., that was holding you down. And now there is something here that is shifting. There's something here that is clicking finally, so that you can like. And when I say safely walk away from this, I'm talking about your nervous system being okay with the ending. There is no doubt. There is no second guessing. There is no questioning, because again, the clarity that you were constantly asking for was given, and now it is up to you to choose how you move forward with that. All right, let's go ahead. Anything else? There's nothing left to fight for within this connection. There's nothing left to say within this connection. I apologize, she is on a little rant right now, if you could hear her. But yeah, there's nothing left to fight for. There's nothing left within this connection. Allowing yourself, stop, allowing yourself to stay in this connection is just going to be a repetitive cycle of the same like hot and cold, or the same up and down that you've had with this individual the past like and again, I'm picking up here like this is like a few years. This is like minimum like 5 year type of either friendship or type of relationship. And there she is. She's going a little haywire. What's up, mama? What's up? Go get the bowl for mommy. Get the bowl. I don't have any bowls over here. Sorry, guys, my dog. Good girl. She wanted a bowl, but she wanted me to get it. That is the prime example where the ball was right in front of her face, and she's telling me to get the ball for her, and I'm telling her, look at the ball right there. That is exactly what Spirit's been doing in your life. It's all right, buddy. She got it. And I text my son to come get it for her too. And it's like she got it. Like the minute that I looked at her and I was like, she went ahead and she got it. So we have the warrior woman as your closing message. Have you answered your deepest calling? you keep on asking for clarity, you keep on asking for these wow moments or these aha moments. Spirit continues to give them to you, not only in this relationship but also in regards to your purpose and in regards to what needs to be addressed in order for you to get in alignment with that purpose. And yet you have yet to take a step forward. So let's go ahead and let's get on this, my love. Gemini, Cancer, Cusp, there is a lot of, you're surrounded by synchronicity this week. You're seeing it like you're seeing it like in the clock, you're seeing it on TV, you're seeing it in your dreams, but um it's a repetitive. Why am I being drawn to that right now? Hold on. Is the same repetitive message that keeps on coming through. All right, what is the synchronicity message that keeps on coming through? So you keep on seeing, and I don't know why the number 13 is relevant, but it is. You keep on seeing the number 13 either in groups of four or in rows of four, meaning like you see 13, and now like 2 minutes later you see 13, 2 minutes later you see 13, like 3 minutes later you see, like in synchronicities of four, you keep on seeing the number 13. Um, and and it's also coming in through your dreams. So the number 13 talks about personal transformation, fresh starts, and the need to focus on your heart's true desire. Um, and that's one, two, three, four. If we amplify that to four 13s, so it signifies, so if you put 13 four times together, it signifies a massive spiritual awakening, urging you to embrace significant transformation, let go of fear, and trust your creative power. So this is going to be a very significant week for you guys as far as it comes to taking that leap or taking that step forward into what your purpose in this world is. So again, it's like you may be asking spirit like, well, can you show me a sign, can you show me a sign? And it's like left and right, spirit is like, okay, what do you want to see? You want to see a red dolphin? Like, I'm going to show you a red dolphin, right? And it's almost kind of like that. You're playing this game back and forth with spirit with, well, I want these signs, or I want confirmation that this is real, or I want confirmation that this is really what I'm supposed to be doing. And spirit is just giving them to you, and it's like they're coming in groups of fours. What I keep on picking up, like it's in sets of fours, it's in sets of fours. And for whatever the reason, the number 13 again is very prevalent when it comes to this. There's also there's something about a circle and 5 points within a circle. Honestly, this has me perplexed. I have no idea what this is. If anybody knows what this is, please put it down. But it's literally a circle, but it has 5 points in it, and the last point right in the middle, I guess middle bottom, you would say. I don't know, has like a stem coming out of it. I'm not exactly sure whether to lose to. It may be something that you see in a dream or something of that matter. I keep on saying, I keep on wanting to say like, oh, it's a flower, but it's like, no, it's not a flower, Perla. Like, don't even go there. Um, this very much seems like this is something that either you're supposed to create or something that is being revealed to you. Not exactly what is it about, guys. Again, these are collective readings, so I just go in as deep as the surface area, if that makes sense. Um, all right. Anything else that they need to know? This week is very important to start. If you don't keep a dream journal, please keep one. There's a lot of messages and a lot of clarity coming in through dreams. I think a lot of people dismiss dreams a lot. A lot of the times, yes, dreams are metaphorical, but for me personally, and I guess because I spend a lot of time in that space, dreams are literal. Like sometimes I see exactly what's going to happen. And it happens the same exact way, and usually I can tell when when I'm in the dream, I know that I'm dreaming, and I can tell the difference between a dream being metaphorical, or a literal dream, like something that is going to actually happen in that specific way. So maybe journaling your dreams may help you distinguish the two. For those of you that are wondering, it's just something that has been since I was a child. It's not something that I taught myself to do, if that makes sense. But there is a lot of there's a belief system here that is being completely shattered when it comes either to religion or to spirituality. And what I mean by that is that you're seeing the bigger picture in something, or you are able to see more, if that makes sense. And I've said this many times throughout the years. Sometimes people get out of the structural religion box that they are in. And when they start their spiritual journey, then they go ahead and they put themselves in another box. But now this box is a spiritual box. But there's like, I'm not allowed to do this, I'm not allowed to do this, I have to do this, I have to do that. So there is a deconstructing of that spiritual box that you have created for yourself in order to expand and in order to continue on evolving. And this is something that happens very so often for everyone, where certain, when you become more aware of things, when you start to become more in alignment with certain things, there's kind of like a flushing or a clearing of what no longer is serving you and is no longer in alignment with where it is that you are now at this time. So this is something very normal within this space, guys. Okay, so let's pull out your closing message. Closing message for Gemini, Cancer, Cusp. Okay, you flew right out, my love. Starseed, what lights you up? This part of your spiritual journey that you're going to be walking into, it's going to have a lot to do with curiosity and with what it is that your soul and your spirit actually wants to be in alignment with when it comes to your spiritual journey. There is again a relighting up or reawakening within this space that is completely overdue, and now you are ready for it. Cancer, Leo, Cusp. As soon as I tap into your energy, is like I want out of this, is what I keep on hearing. Some of you want want out of some type of a connection, whether this is romantic or platonic. You want out of something. You're having a difficult time either trying to figure out how to walk away from something, not necessarily not because you're not done with it, but because you need to get your rose in the duck. Your rose. No, you need to get your ducks in a row. Woo, that was backwards. Your ducks in a row. So if you're wanting to leave a job, like if you're wanting a job, you don't want to just leave without having something in place waiting for you. If you're leaving a relationship, like, and you're living with somebody, you don't want to just leave and then having to go and stay in someone else's couch, right? It is almost kind of like that dynamic where you are right now strategizing how to make an exit from a space that you have felt very strongly that it is time to move, it is time to grow, it is time to experience something new, is what I keep on hearing. There is a sense here that you have outgrown this space a long time ago, but a part of you kept on trying or kept on giving someone a second and third chance, a fourth chance, whatever it is. Again, I'm not here to judge, because you wanted to walk away from something knowing that you gave it 100%, that you gave it all that you could before you actually walk out that door. Hmm. Okay. There is, I'm not gonna lie, there is some secrecy here. You're keeping this a secret. You're not out fly, like, so if this is at work, you're not saying like, oh, I'm looking for another job. If this is leaving a romantic relationship, you're not saying like, hey, I'm looking for another place to move, or whatever it is. You are, everything that you're doing in secret. And again, that's not about shame or anything like that. There is some worry here that if you announce your exit like prematurely, like it's going to hurt you in some way. And that is why you're doing this in secret. I do keep on seeing this energy of like, you're very passionate that moving forward and moving away from this is exactly what your spirit needs. There's no hesitation and no doubts when it comes to you, when it comes to walking away from this. You are done giving to this situation. The situation was very much like a one-sided situation. The situation was a situation where you kept on finding yourself repeating yourself a lot, right? So again, in a relationship, we know what that looks like. You know, hey, I need help with this, hey, I need help with that, hey, can we go out on dates, whatever it is, right? At a job is like, hey, this is not working for a ship, hey, this safety issue needs to be addressed, hey. So there is either like a politics in work, that in a work situation where that it's not safe, or maybe it's a space where you know that you're not going to grow and it is time to move on from this space. If it is a relationship, it's like you have tried in every way to give this person grace to meet you halfway, to meet you halfway. A lot of people don't like talking about, like, meeting other people's needs, excuse me. But we all have needs, right? We all have needs. It is part of our human experience here, right? And to dismiss those needs is not something that you want to do anymore. There are certain things that Every person requires certain things when it comes to relationship. Love is unconditional, relationships are not. Relationships are built on condition. Whether you want to agree with that or not, look at every relationship you have in your life. They're conditional. Um and for whatever the reason, this relationship has expired already and you're ready to move away from this space. All right, what is the closing message, sir? Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing and rewriting the future. For a lot of you, there is a sense here that in the past you would have stayed in these type of connections or these types of environment way longer than you should. This is probably the shortest space or the shortest time that you have stayed in an uncomfortable situation like this. And when I say uncomfortable, we're talking about something that is no longer serving you, something that is no longer sitting right with your spirit, something that you have outgrown. Alrighty, alrighty, love that for you guys. Leo, Virgo, cusp. Hmm. There's a couple of offers that are coming your way now. Again, these are just collective readings, so this may be in love and this may be in career, so apply this energy where it is in your life. But there is a lot, at least like two or three different offers coming your way, and you're needing to sit with yourself and really consider all three offers. And I know that it's going to sound horrible, especially like if it's in a relationship wise. For those of you that this is relationship, there is somebody from your past and then two people that you're currently talking to. I'm not saying that you're a player, my love, because if you're talking to, you're talking, you're not locked in. That's just my personal opinion. Um, go ahead and make your assumptions, my loves. Anyways, and for those of you that this is career wise, is like it's between your current job, a job that you seeked out, and a job that is seeking you out. So there's a three component dynamic here. There is, when it comes to career, there's three places that are competing. One is competing to keep you, one is what you thought your dream job was, and then the other one is a company or a whatever that is seeking you out based on your experience. I don't know if it's that your friends or you've worked with somebody on a project or something with the company that is seeking you out. And to be honest with you, and I'm not trying to be prejudiced, I'm not telling you what to do. The job that is seeking you out is actually offering you more in every aspect of the way than the job that you initially applied for, and we're just gonna leave it there. Because I'm not here to persuade you which way to go. All I am saying is to take every offer, lay it on the table, and logically which see logically which space will work for you the most, like the best, right? Logically. So we're talking about like distance, money, severance pay, like holidays, sick days, etc. And then I would say bring it down to two. And then within those two, sit with yourself and meditate. I always say, like, before anything, always meditate before you make a huge decision. Spirit is always there to be like helping you weigh those scales. And the answer is always clear. There's no hesitation. For those of you that this has to do with love, I will, if I were you, eliminate the past person right away. They are a past person for a reason. It is somebody that you have an extended history with, and there's nothing new there, my love. So it will be down to the two new people that you're talking to. Again, there shouldn't be any rush to go ahead and make a decision, because you don't want to be in a space where you are regretting this in the future. You know what I'm saying? So any decisions that is made hasty or in urgency usually throws us off balance and usually lets us into a space of like, well, what if I would have done this? And you don't want that. You want this decision to come from a place of discernment and from a place of knowing that this is the best decision for you. All righty, love. All right, so let's go ahead and let's pull out an oracle for your closing message. We don't need all that. You do not need all of these cards. That is kind of selfish. I know you got plenty of offers coming in, but we don't got to be that selfish. All right, give me a closing message. A closing message for Leo, Virgo, Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. Trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust spirit when it comes to the decision that you're finally going to make within these offers. Virgo, Libra, cusp. Virgo, Libra, cusp. You're flying under the radar this week, and what I mean by that is like everything is going exactly as you wanted. Everything is going exactly as planned, is what I'm hearing. There is a lot of you are just coming here to get some confirmation that yeah, this is your week for whatever it is. For those of you that this is in relationship, there is an offer here of like moving something to the next level. Whether it's solidifying, like yeah, we're together, we are like it's just the two of us, we're closing this, whatever it is, or this can be like if it's in work career wise, this is a closing of a deal is what I keep on picking up. Something is finally closing, something is finally coming together this week. So there is this space that I'm going to be honest with you that I would like you to take a moment and enjoy this and savor it. A lot of the times I feel that you you tend you tend you tend you tend to not celebrate things, and that is something that it's coming in very heavy, that it's needed. Like even like after you're done with like your workout or whatever it is, like do a little dance party, like yeah, I finished on my work. Like I feel like you need to start celebrating yourself a little bit more. You need to realize maybe taking like a 5 minute meditation and seeing the frequency that you're actually in will allow you to celebrate a little bit more. You are no longer in survivor mode, my love. I need you to hear that. You are no longer in survivor mode. And it's funny because it's like your spirit knows it, your physical body knows it, but for some reason your mind is still on this. Okay, I get it. Like this hustling energy. Some of you are needing to release the fear that if you stop for like 5 minutes or so to celebrate something, you're gonna lose momentum, and that is not true. That is kind of like I see it as like this is like a residue energy from the survivor energy that you were in for a while, and that needs to be released. You need to cut ties with that thought pattern, with that dialogue. It needs to be rewritten because there is as far as like the way that it's coming up, and again guys, I read these intuitively, like what jumps out to me as they come out in a specific way. There's nothing here that is going to get you back into a survivor mode other than your own self. So your finances are going in the right direction, your career is going in the right direction, and so is your love life. The only thing that can set you back is you yourself through your thoughts recreating that survival story in your mind. Alrighty, let's go ahead and let's pull out a closing message. You're like I don't know, I keep on hearing like you made it. Can you not see that? The age of the light, the light, the age of light. Why did I say of the age of light? You've been training for this for a lifetime. All the struggles, all the survivor space mode that you were in, all of the hustling, all of the training, all of the late night hours, all of the early mornings, the long weekends, whatever it is, all of the spiritual retreats or the spiritual rituals that you did, all of that has led you to this moment of receiving, has led you to this moment of seeing how everything is in alignment and everything is flowing with so much ease. Please take a moment and celebrate this. Libra, Scorpio, cusp. There's something here about a key. I don't know. Maybe you keep on misplacing your keys a lot this week. But there's something about a key that is connected to somebody else. Maybe somebody wants their key back, or somebody keeps on saying like, "Oh, you're the key. You have the key to their heart," or something of that matter. It feels very like mischief, like a very like tricky energy. So like if you're losing your keys a lot, or you're misplacing your keys, or you're trying to get out the door and something is stopping you from getting out on time, just know that a lot of the times that is a way of spirit protecting you. Maybe there's something that's going to happen on the road, or then maybe there's something that your spiritual family is trying to prevent you from being entangled in. For those of you that somebody's telling you, "Oh, you have the key to my heart," to me, the minute I heard it coming through, sounded very cheesy and sounded like a line that somebody uses on people. This is somebody that likes to love bomb other people. They're very good at manipulation when it comes to relationships. So please be aware of that. I'm not telling you not to date somebody. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you the energy that is within this person or that is surrounding this person, so that later on you don't be like, "Oh, you to each their own." We all We all have free will of how it is that we choose to move forward with individuals. Just know that for those of you that feel like that there's something off, there's something a little bit too cheesy about this person, or this person is trying too hard, um, it is because they are. There's a difference when somebody comes in genuinely. There is a subtlety within the energy of the person when somebody's trying, whether somebody is just being. And this person is very much trying to get you to see them in a certain light, so that, and I'm going to be completely honest with you, this is the way it's coming through, is like so that they can trap you, so that they can hook you. And it's almost kind of like the minute that they hook you, they put you in this wall that they have all these other people that they've hooked with the same storyline or the same line. You're not the only one, my love, in this person's energy field when it comes to romance. Um, Alrighty, so let's go ahead and let's see anything else. Um, for those of you that this is going to resonate with love, please, please, please do not offer to pay off someone's debt, or do not lend somebody money. Like and when I say this, please, let's use common sense here. If you're married, it is a completely different story. But if you've been dating somebody for like 3 months, and all of a sudden they want to borrow like $5,000, $3,000, dude, I don't even know you long enough to sleep with you. Like, come on, right? um and and what I mean by that is like, you have to treat your money the same way that you treat yourself. And that is not about loving or worshiping money, so do not go there. What I'm trying to say is like, energy itself is money itself is an energy, right? Money is an energy. Everything is energy. So how you treat it and how you respect it, how you allow it to flow in your life, will determine how it continues to grow, how it continues to come in. And for those of you that somebody is trying to hook you romantically by saying, "Oh, you have the key to my heart," and this and this and that, be very aware when it comes to money. So you may be dating somebody, like even if you're dating somebody for like 2 years and they want you to help them finish their basement, but your name is not on the title of the house. Your name is not on anything. Like, be aware of that. Like, let's be smart. Like, this is just common sense shit. Like, I'm being completely honest. And it's almost kind of like, some of you are almost like about to solve someone else's problem. Like, if you want to loan them money, then do it like through a contract. Make sure that there's an agreement signed, or etc. That when you guys, if you guys break up, I want to say if, but to be honest with you, when you guys break up, you can get your money back. And I know that some of you are gonna be like, "Oh, you don't trust," and that's not what it is, my love. That's not what it is. I'm just, again, the energies are surrounding this person. This is the energy that is there. So just be very aware. Um, and for those of you that you have somebody that's asking you to move in with them, and they own the property and you don't, I would be very wary of that. I would personally, I would rent my place out and we would lease a place together. That's just my personal opinion and my personal preference. So just kind of like be aware of that. We have trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Again, you know that something is off with this person. You know that something is off with the way this person is showing up. There is hesitation here. If they are asking you for like a lump sum of money, or they're asking you to help them with some type of debt or something like that, you trust that. Trust that. Excuse me. Trust that feeling that is coming from within you. Trust your intuition in this, love. Scorpio, Sagittarius. What do we have here? What are these secrets? There's some type of family secret that is coming out. I don't know. It feels very. It's involving. It's revolving around someone's paternity, like whether they were adopted, or whether like the person they thought was their father is not really there. There's something in that matter where somebody's finding out, like into adulthood, in their adult years, that said person, like said couple, was not their biological parents, or said man was not their biological father, or something of that matter. um it's not you, from what I'm picking up, but it is somebody that is very close to you. So this may be a cousin, this may be a sibling, to be honest, if you have siblings. But this is something that is going to spread like wildfire within the family. There's going to be a lot of talk about this, a lot of discussion, especially for those of you that this is involving some type of will, like somebody's this may come up because of a will or something of the matter. Maybe somebody passed away. I don't know. There's something here. It's weird because it's like it's a secret that is coming to light, but the secret has been held within a group, I want to say, of three for like the past like 25, 30 years. And it is coming out from one of these individuals is either they left it in their will or they said it before they passed, or they're saying it because they're getting ready to pass. This is a really weird reading. Usually things like this come out like for specific, like just when I'm reading one individual person, but there's something here that you're being told to be prepared for some type of family secret that is coming out. For those of you that is not exactly the secret that is coming out, again, just brace yourself because there's going to be some news that is going to throw you off balance, whether this is in family, relationship, work, or whatever it is. There is some type of news that is coming in that is going to take some time to adjust, if that makes sense, or to kind of wrap your head around it. What else do they need to know? That's kind of okay. For those of you that are in a relationship, there is a sense that there has been an increase of like arguments or miscommunications between you and the person that you're with. Some of this communication may be surrounding money, but for others of you, this is somebody is testing their somebody's testing to see how much they can get away with. I'm gonna be honest with you. Somebody's playing games here, and whoever it is that you're seeing it very much looks like they're entertaining other options, not necessarily like, and again, cheating is different for everybody depending on the dynamics of your relationship. They haven't physically done anything with anybody, they haven't physically met with anybody, but they have been talking to other people, whether this is at work, through social media, whatever it is. Maybe they met this person like at a Home Depot, I don't know. But there is something here where if they fight with you, if they pick a fight with you, if they're arguing with you, if things are turbulence in the home with you, then they can use that as an excuse if they do decide to take action. So this is a way of somebody trying to cover their ass if they decide to actually go through with some type of cheating. Um, what is your closing message? It flew right out, so we are going to take it. The ever unfolding rose cracked open. Cracked open. It is happening for you, not to you. And the Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. And the only reason why I'm taking both is because they both flew out. Um, so for those of you that, again, you're having a lot of turbulence and a lot of arguments in a relationship, when you find out what is really truly behind this energy, remember that this is happening for you so that you can learn to trust your intuition a little bit more, because I feel that you've already known, like you already know or recognize this energy, but you have been trying to dismiss or suppress the intuitive messages that are coming through when it comes to why there's been so many misunderstandings or arguments. Sagittarius, Capricorns, um, road trip pretty much feels like you want to go on a trip. Uh, I'm not saying that you are, but this is what the energy feels like. Like, let me take a road trip. Let me go somewhere this let me go somewhere this month. Let me just get away is what I keep on hearing. Some of you are heavily overdue for a vacation. Heavily overdue for a vacation, heavily overdue for some me time or break. And for some of you, you are going to be spontaneous enough and probably book a flight somewhere for like, and just get away for like 2 or 3 days. I'm not saying here that you need to get away for like a week or two. I feel like you just need a moment to like decompress. And I see here, for those of you that are in that space, you have the means to do this. You, meaning like financially you can do this, like work wise you can do this, like you have the opportunity for this. Now for those of you that have your own business or something like that, you maybe since launching or whatever, you haven't taken a break, and it's like, okay, I need like 3 or 4 days like just to myself type of thing. Stop making excuses as to why you cannot take a break. That's really the gist of your message. Stop making so many excuses as to why you cannot take a break, as to why you can't show up for yourself in that way. Um, treating yourself, whether that's like a spa for like 2 or 3 days, or like, flying in, I don't know where you want to go, and go sit at the beach for 3 days and drink or whatever it is. Like, it is something that at this moment in time your spirit is very in alignment with. Your spirit is asking you for a break, and a break doesn't mean like an ending, or a break doesn't mean quitting. It is just you have a solid foundation is what I'm picking up. So it is okay for you to take a break. There is no loss that is going to come from this. You've worked this hard for whatever it is that you do career wise, or whatever like your finances or whatever, that it is okay for you to now celebrate and take that little break, my love. All right, let's go ahead and let's pull out an oracle card, because that's pretty much the gist of it. Inner temple devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. Stop ignoring your inner temple. Stop ignoring what it is that your spirit wants. What it is that, sorry about that, guys. Stop ignoring what it is that your spirit wants. Stop talking yourself out of break. Stop talking yourself out of vacation. You don't have to be on 24/7. It is okay for you to take a break. It is okay for you to reset. Capricorn, Aquarius, CUSP. You're having a confrontation with someone, and you're honestly a little like taken by surprise in regards to this confrontation. You're a little perplexed, like what? And again, this can be at work, or this could be in like romance, or like just relationships in general. Somebody is coming at you for something that you have nothing to do with. Somebody either dropped the ball on like a project or on something at work, and they try to shift the blame to you, and your supervisor is coming at you, like yelling at you and this and that, and you're just like, what are you talking about? Like, I wasn't even here that day. Like that type of stuff. If this is like outside of work, it's like you may have an ex whose current partner reaches out to you and is telling you like how happy they are and this and that, and you're just like, okay. And like they're telling you how your ex doesn't want you and this and that, and they're better off without. And you're just like, you're reading this, and you're just like really like, what the fuck is going on here? Like you may just be answering with like question marks, like what? I don't know what's going on with your ex. I don't know if he's been cheating, or if he's been talking to other girls or whatever it is, and the other girls or other guys. I don't know why I say girls, but I don't know if your ex been talking to other girls or guys, and they put your name in the middle of something, and their current partner thinks that you're after them or something of that matter. Again, somebody's trying to bring you into their drama, and somebody's having some type of confrontation with you in regards to this, and you're just like, with one simple sentence, you're like, I wasn't there, first of all, or second of all, like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm done. And you walk away. So the confrontation is definitely like a one-sided thing. I don't see you getting triggered by this. You're just kind of laughing at this as like, are you freaking kidding me? Like somebody's coming in like all hot, like about like, oh, I'm the man, I'm the woman, whatever. And you don't even know, you don't have no idea what is actually going on. Like that type of energy is what I'm picking up. Um, someone try to use you like as a scapegoat or something like that. So just kind of be aware of that. Anything else? Again, I don't see, I see you very balanced throughout this space, throughout this interaction. I don't see you being triggered, or um and this may be just somebody that's trying to get a certain side of you out, or they're trying to get some type of reaction out of you, but I don't see it happening. I feel that whatever it is that they're trying to project onto you, or whatever reaction they're trying to get out of you, they're actually going to be the one exhibiting in the action. They're actually going to be the one um in that energy that they're trying to bring out of you. I hope that that makes sense. So just brace yourself for that, my love. Um, again, I don't see you like giving into this. So we have align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? This is definitely this interaction is definitely going to, or is inviting you to to pay attention to certain boundaries that you have let certain people fly, like that you have let certain people like fly by or whatever like that, or certain boundaries that you haven't really set into motion. So like if this is at work, maybe you set a boundary like I'm not going to answer phone calls on the weekends or on the days that I'm off, but you've been answering them. Or if this is with an ex, like I'm not going to, like especially like if you share kids with them or whatever it is, like, oh, I'm not going to text them, we're not going to text unless it has to do with the kids, and then they're texting you about something random and you go ahead and you respond. Like this is what I'm talking about. So like this entire situation could have been avoided if you have been a little bit more stricter with certain boundaries that you said you were going to set but you never followed through with. And as I say, that it's not about judging you, it is not about putting the blame on you, it is about you becoming aware that sometimes when we don't stick to our own boundaries, we allow these little cracks within our own spiritual space, our own energetic field, to allow these types of energy to seep in. Again, I don't see you reacting to this, I see you responding to this, but you're also simultaneously becoming aware of like, ooh, this is reminding me that I need to stick to these boundaries. Alrighty. Aquarius, Pisces, you're looking for the right time, or you're waiting for the right time. You're waiting for the right time is what I keep on hearing. The right time is now. You have, all right, sorry guys. You have everything you need to take this leap or to move forward in a certain direction. Whether this is in your finances, your career, and love, the time is now. The time to take action is now. For some of you, you were either waiting to have something or you were waiting for something to take the initiative on something. Now, I'm gonna share a quick little story as to like sometimes you just have to go for it. One of my kids, my three youngest are sophomore in high school. One of them is in a robotics class, and they have a starter kit robot, right? Meaning it's basic. It was, they were given specific instructions of how to build it, etc. There was nothing, ooh, whatever. But the person that drives the robot is really good at like defense and stuff like that. We had competition last weekend, and because it is a starter robot, they are a very new group. This is their second year of robotics, and this is their second year in competition. We all went in there like no sponsors, no anything. The only sponsor is the school. So we are the underdog, right? We're one of the underdogs in this competition. I think we were the underdogs. I think we were the newest team or whatever it was. And they went in there and they gave 100% of themselves. And they made it to they were in seventh place. They held seventh place for a very long time. I think it was like about 42 schools or something like that. And then at the end, they dropped down to ninth place. But they also made it to the playoffs, which again was not something that they thought that they were going to do. Because again, if you look at their robot and then you look at the robot that was in first place, that first place robot was the shit. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like I want to be on their team, right? Because they didn't lose not one battle. They won every single battle. They won undefeated in the entire competition. But our school, even though they were an underdog, did a lot better than people that have been doing this for like 10, 15 years. So, what I'm trying to say with that story is that do not allow your starting point to stop you from actually starting or from actually moving forward. So, do not compare your starting point to someone else's finish line or to someone else's middle line, because their middle line, where they are right now in the middle, could be your starting point. You understand that? Just because you haven't been doing it as long, or just because you don't have this or you don't have that, does not mean that it's going to take you as long or that you're going to be defeated by them or anything like that. Like, stop comparing your starting point to someone else's middle or finish line. All right. Um, and yeah, I think that's what it was. It was the robotic story that I had to tell you guys, so that you can stop, talking yourself out of taking some type of leap forward. Take the risk. A lot of most of the worthwhile things in life take risk. And if you're like, if spirit has already put something in you, whether again this is romantic or platonic or work or creativity or whatever, if it has been put in you, it is because you are ready now to start. You are ready now to start things, especially like when you're following your purpose. Things begin in a very simple way and then they continue to evolve the more that you grow within that space. So stop stopping yourself, stop limiting yourself, stop getting ready and take the freaking leap, my love. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Like, do I have to keep on asking you to please take the leap? Please take this leap. Stop. Stop getting in your own fucking way. Pisces, Aries, cusp. Uh, three is a crowd, my love. I've said this many times before in other readings. Three is a crowd. There is a relationship here that needs to be reevaluated because three is a crowd. Now, when I say relationship, this can be work relationship, romance, or platonic, but there is a third party interference that is not allowing a dynamic that is supposed to be within two to work well or to be in alignment or whatever it is. So in a relation, like a romantic relationship, this can be like um, obviously like a third party could be a somebody that they're cheating with. It can be their job. It can be their beliefs. It can be a family member. Career wise, you may have very specific instruction from your supervisor, and you have a coworker that's always putting their second um, their opinion or their 2 cents into everything, right? So again, you apply this energy however it is, but there is a sense here that you are the one that has to stop the interference. Now, how does that look like in romance? Is having a clear in any and actually in all of these scenarios, this comes out by you having a clear conversation with the person that you're supposed to be working on something with and letting them know like this is not one of those things like where like if we're gathering for like manifestation for prayer for whatever, yeah, the more the merrier. This is not what this is. This is something between you and I. This is a project between you and I. This is a relationship between you and I, and this external factor needs to be removed or I'm walking away. And that may seem very harsh and it's like, oh, you shouldn't give people ultimatums, and you can take that as a boundary or you can take that as an ultimatum. I really don't care, but it's like your spirit is already telling you or has already told you like this situation cannot continue on the way that it is. And if this is not fixed, if this is not rectified, then you're going to a year from now, 2 years from now, be in the same exact position. And you didn't come here to just keep on getting stuck in loops, especially when you've learned the lessons within these energies that are reappearing. So the question here is, are you going to follow the guidance or are you going to stay quiet? For some of you, there is definitely fear here of retaliation or of somebody. If this is in romance, you're afraid that somebody's going to choose their family member, somebody's going to choose their money, or somebody's going to choose who they're cheating on you with over you. Then you know what? The garbage took itself out. Gotta be completely honest with you. Thank you. I don't gotta lift a finger. And for those of you that this isn't work and things like that, there is more of this clarity that like whoever is in charge or whoever is supposed to be in charge, whoever the boss is or whatever, hasn't really been doing a very good job when it comes to managing. And when you bring something up to their attention, um this energy that I'm picking up is like somebody actually taking action to fix fix a dynamic relationship within the works space. um Regardless of anything, you do need to speak up, my love. All right, your closing message is Lemura, creating heaven on earth. It is happening. To create that heaven on earth experience that you want, you have to allow yourself to always go with where it is the spirit is leading you. And sometimes that does include difficult decisions or difficult choices that we sometimes do not want to make. And this is one of them where you are going to have to speak some type of truth and allow yourself to be okay with whatever the outcome is. Well, guys, that is all that I have. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessings. Take care. Love you all. Bye bye.